Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Two things. It's going to be a little bit awkward because I'm sitting here talking to a camera, and so we'll just bear through this together. I'm really excited about this new year and our fall schedule and all the things that are happening with CORE, and so I want to share those things with you, especially if you weren't able to make our orientation meeting last weekend. This year, our vision and our focus is going to be something I'm calling evangelism through intentionality. Evangelism is kind of one of those words that can be a bit scary, especially in student ministry. And so the emphasis is going to be on, again, that intentionality, understanding why we do what we do, understanding what makes us a ministry as opposed to simply a program, for lack of better words, and also get our students to buy into what it is that we're doing and understand their role as active in serving in ministry rather than passive and just sort of being here. And so we want to, have that focus. We want to look at ministry from the community inward as opposed to ministry from the church outward. And so we want to try to have a community focus this year and do some different things for the community and really get the students to participate in some leadership and planning for that. In addition, I think we're at a really great place in our program and our ministry where we've got this sort of core group of students who have really built some community and relationship together. So I think we want to try to build off of that and take what is some sort of kingdom fellowship, kingdom community, and build off of that. And really get some other students who maybe are part of the congregation, part of the church, who have not participated in any of our stuff in the past, or friends at school, family, whoever it might be outside of the church as well. And so I think we're in a really great place to do that. And part of that then lends itself to one of our biggest changes this year, which is our schedule. And so in the past, we've done a youth group for middle school and a youth group for high school, and they were an hour and a half long. This year, we're going to have one youth group meeting from 6 to 8 p.m. on Sunday evenings, and it's going to be for all of our students in grades 6 through 12. And the idea is we didn't really want to spread that group thin. We've got some of those relationships that are developing, and some of them we're worried about some of the students going off to high school and whether or not they were going to get to connect with those students. And so we didn't want to spread that thin, but help to continue to build that sort of community and unity in our group. And so we want to combine everybody together in that sense. But in addition, with that extra half an hour of time that we have, we want to begin to incorporate a small group emphasis. In the past, we've seen this work really well during our retreats, for example, and the students really respond well to that. So we want to, while we want to have conversation together as a group and continue to build that unity and relationship and that sort of thing, continue to grow as a group, we want to give our students an opportunity to go a little bit deeper, to share some ideas and thoughts and opinions, to ask questions in a setting that is a little bit more intimate and a little bit more appropriate in terms of age and gender. And so hopefully we'll see some growth there in those small groups as well, in relationship with those individuals as well as with their small group leaders. And so that's going to be a big piece of our program this year, of our ministry this year. And so again, we just ask that you keep us in prayer in that sense. In addition to that, one of the things we talked about was communication things. And so if you are not new to our program, if you've been around for a little bit, in the last couple of years, this might not be new to you. But we send out monthly a Parents Page newsletter. It's a 4-page newsletter from the Center for Parent and Youth Understanding. That's just a really great thing with some statistics and tips and youth culture updates. It's put out by Walt Mueller, who's the leader at CPYU, and he's a youth ministry and youth culture veteran. Really great stuff, and encourage you to check that out. You also get weekly emails from me about what's happening at youth group and questions that you can use to generate some conversation at home with your students. And I just really encourage you to take advantage of those, whether you use the questions or not. At least be having those conversations with your kids, because discipleship isn't something that simply takes place at youth group or on a Sunday morning at Sunday school or at church, but it's a journey that we're all on together, and it's through shared life, shared experiences that we grow. And so as parents and as families, and you've got a huge opportunity there to share that with your students, with your kids. And so we ask not that you just quiz your kids about what we're talking about at youth group or what they talked about in Sunday school, but also to share from your own experience. and really have a conversation. And those kinds of things are invaluable. So we send out emails weekly in that sense. You also should have received by now, hopefully, our fall calendar. So in the past, I've sent out quarterly calendars with dates and all sorts of stuff on there. And so that is an important resource for you. But we want to let you know that in the near future, we will have a new website up. And so once we get that up, our youth page, our youth website will have a Google Calendar embedded in it. And so once we get that going, I won't be sending out quarterly calendars anymore. I just don't see it as being necessary. So I'll encourage you to go online and check out that calendar. You can print the calendar if you'd like. You can even subscribe to it if you have the calendar on your smartphone or your iPad or whatever you use, maybe your computer. And if you do that right on your calendar, then you'll have the dates when I have them. And when I make updates, you'll have the updates. So you'll have the most up-to-date information in terms of calendar, events, and youth group stuff available. So we'll be really pushing that in the near future. But until then, you'll have quarterly calendars. In terms of, speaking of calendar, in terms of events, I want to make sure that you know about our fall kickoff rally. That's coming up September 15th. It's going to be from 6 to 9 p.m. in the gym here at the church. And we'll have lots of giveaways and food and games and music. We're going to have just a fun time together for the first couple hours. And then that final hour, we want to talk about sort of the theme for the year, introduce the topic, and all that. Get our students thinking about sort of their story, what it means to be a Christian, and thinking about a little bit what has God been doing in their lives. But in addition to that, we're going to have lots of giveaways. We've got core T-shirts and bracelets, those little rubber bracelets. We want to try to. We're going to give away a bunch of those, and the bracelets will have enough for every student to have one, plus some to share with friends. And I just kind of think the more our name is out there, the more opportunity there is for some conversation and intentionality. Opportunities for our students to share their story and what God's doing in their lives. And so we're going to have that. We're also going to be talking about See at the Pole at the kickoff rally. We've got some See at the Pole gear, T-shirts and bracelets and lanyards and key tags, stuff like that, to share that kids can be wearing and sharing information about See at the Pole at their school. You can talk to me about more information about that or check out syatp.com. See at the Pole is a really great ministry opportunity for our students to do some grassroots ministry and prayer in the community. And so we always try to encourage our students to participate in that. Additionally, we're going to be kicking off our new Sunday school classes this Sunday, September 8th. And so our middle school group will be using the same curriculum they've used in the past, and it's been really great in terms of conversation, getting discussion going. Use lots of creative ideas and activities to do so. Our high school group will be kicking off using this book here called Fire Starter. It's a follow-up to a book we read a couple of years ago, and it really just follows a female student who's decided to accept Christ, and it goes through sort of her struggles and things that she faces as a new Christian and questions she has as she reads Scripture. And it's very kind of honest and true to life, I think. And so as she's wrestling through her story and what God's doing and how does she share that, we want to try to generate some conversation as we're encouraging our students to do the same thing. So that's a great opportunity for our high school students in the core room starting this Sunday. In addition, our intergenerational Bible reading group is going to continue up in room 201 with Elizabeth Bellis. That's gone really well. People have responded well to it. And so if any of our students or even you as parents are interested in getting connected to that, that is also a really great option on Sunday mornings for Sunday school. And so I encourage you to get involved in something on Sunday morning, and it's just a really great opportunity. And the last thing we want to make sure you know about is our fall youth rally that's coming up in October. Registrations for the event are actually due September 22nd. And it'll be $20 per person, and we're asking for a $10 non-refundable deposit on the 22nd. It's going to be a big event. We're hosting it at our church. We're going to need tons of help from the congregation and from parents to pull it off, but it's going to be a presbytery-wide event. So we're expecting a ton of students and churches to come out and participate. It's called The Pause, Learning to Seek God. And so it's going to be a really great opportunity for our congregation and for our students to get involved with. And I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope that you are as well. Get in touch with me if you have any questions about any of the other events or anything that's going on. and I'd love to talk to you about it. Also, being that we're looking to grow our program this year, our ministry this year, not just in students, but also in adult volunteers and leadership. We want to try to get more individuals involved, from small group leaders and Sunday school teachers to activity planners, attendance takers, greeters. You name it, we probably have a need for it. And so if you're looking for a way to get connected to the church, to serve in ministry with students, please just let me know, and we'll find a place for you. And I can't say how great it is working with students, and you can talk to any of the folks that we've got here currently, and they'll probably, I think, say the same thing. And so it's a really great opportunity, and I'd love to talk to you about that. And finally, just ask that you just keep our ministry in your prayers as you think about it, praying for our theme this year, for our students, for the ministry, that they might continue to grow as they seek after God in their own lives. But we also just pray for a lasting impact, not just for this group, but for generations, that this community would come to know God through the ministry of Silver Spring. And so we're just grateful for all that you do and for your support. I just pray blessings on you, and hope that you have a great week, and I look forward to this year and with our youth ministry. Thanks. See ya.